So I'm feeling loved there. Still no text as such, and we're about to head to Africa, and we're getting signal after that. So Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
Well, this is it. We're leaving Europe. We know this is the easiest part of the trip, and it's kind of tough driving ahead. So it's nice to have that little bit of calm before the desert storm.
We've just left Algeciras and got on the aerofoil, which has taken us over to Ceuta, and we're now just crossing over, and we can see Africa in the background over there.
I think today we can expect to spend quite a few hours at border crossings. I think the first one it's possibly around a 3-hour wait.
Okay, looks like we're getting inside the compound now, so we need to look for a official fixer or something. Immediately the guys there saw our cameras and just said no, Antony, no filming. So we had to turn off the cameras through the border crossing. There's just so much going on and so much to be aware of that it's quite stressful. I mean, now we've come outside, there's a lot of guys begging and trying to get money off us, and actually, being very, very pushy, and it's quite intimidating. So we've just kind of driven away, and feel a lot safer now we're away from the border.
We did a grand total of, I think it was 50 miles today. 50 miles. It felt like longer because of all the waiting around and because we were going quite slowly.
It's by far the shortest distance we've covered in a day, but it was definitely the most draining driving we've done.
We just went up and up and up and ended up here in Chefchaouen, which is it's a great town. It's the perfect sort of first town for us to see in Morocco.
So Hamed, we have this one here, Hamed. Is that Arabic?
Yeah, we call it marib. Marhaba. It means welcome to Morocco.
We met this guy called Hamed, who was just a local wheeler dealer, a bit of a geezer.
Good.
What does this mean? Because this was from Madrid. A real quirky little character wearing a fez, spoke excellent English, had a real good sense of humour. And he said, well, I'll go and check some of the hotels out for you, and if that fails, I might be able to find you a house.
And he kind of came back 5 minutes later and he goes, yeah, the house is free. It's like, oh God, has he turfed out some poor family?
He took us up through like a rug shop and up through these windy, narrow passages, which are all painted blue, and just found this amazing little house for us.
It's a little Moroccan kind of holiday home, I suppose. And it's amazing, we've really landed on our feet, so that's some luck kicking in. Our main travelling buddies so far have been Gina and Jay. I guess they're kind of like older hippie brother and sister. And we're travelling with Mike and Graham as well, the Keystone Cops. Very, very eager men, both a real laugh in their own little way. And basically we've got a really sweet group to be travelling to the desert with. I'm really excited.
It's been a nice journey this morning. Sun's out, and Alexis is off experiencing the local wildlife there, by the looks of it.
Bonjour. Nous devons aller à Meknes, oui, vous savez. Et nous sommes où? Nous sommes près de Chefchaouen. No? Vous savez pas? Useless. It hasn't got a clue.
On a lot of these roads, you just see people who just seem to be sat there. And we saw some orange sellers, so we pulled up and got some fresh oranges. We're going to La Gambie, Gal de Gambia.
Mais aujourd'hui,
Oui.
Meknes.
C'est 3 weeks.
3 semaines.
3 semaines.
3 semaines.
3 semaines, ouais.
3.
Nous sommes passés une semaine déjà.
People just seemed really interested in our car and really interested in our journey. We were telling them how far we'd travelled and where we were travelling to, and they were just kind of struck with awe. So yeah, the reaction to the car has been lovely, and the reaction from these people has been superb.
Merci, monsieur.
Suddenly we've gone from doing these mountain passes where it was really quiet all morning to hitting this really vibrant and busy town. So I got stuck in the middle of this junction, there were cars beeping me, everything like that. Eventually I pulled through and I got waved down by traffic police. Because we'd run a red light, he wanted to charge us 400 dirham, so we were getting fined for running a red light, and it was a total mistake.
We got away with paying 20 euro instead of the 400 dirham, so actually somehow we got 50% discount and got to pay in euros and got away with it, but I think we're going to have to be ultra careful now, especially when we're in the cities.
Alexis was driving for about 2.5 hours this morning through lovely mountain scenery, and then we switched over, and within 2 minutes I was being pulled over by the police for running a red light in absolute mad traffic. It's just typical. I seem to just attract traffic. Oh yeah, there's a twat. That's bloody usual. Eventually we found a hotel, but there was no secure parking next to the hotel, so we had to go find a car park.
Slowly, really slowly.
Go really slowly.
Really slowly under here. I'm not sure it's going to make it. It's not going to do it. No, it's not going to do it.
Reverse me up.
Yeah,
You're
come
gonna
on,
have to watch me all the way up. Fuck. We've got no handbrake, so can't do hill starts, let alone a reverse hill start up a twirling ramp. Fucking smell the clutch burning. I smell the clutch burning really badly. Can you go and find the others? Didn't enjoy that at all. Did not enjoy that one bit.
We can get it. It's literally like an inch too high to get in. Yeah.
Well, let your tyres down.
Come on! Oh, that's good. That and that just got us through. That's good.
The plan today was to, after leaving Rabat, was to just get to the coast. We're basically taking the coastal road all the way down to Marrakesh. It's a bit of a detour because we have to bypass Casablanca, but it's worth the detour just for the scenery really, because we're passing directly alongside the Atlantic Ocean.
And we looked to our right and just went, wow. You know, the views we got were just stunning.
Every day we just seem to be getting better and better views and scenery, and the panoramics looking out to the North Atlantic Ocean were just unbelievable. I definitely prefer the quiet, more traditional towns of Morocco than these crazy busy. Oh my god! What a lot! Oh my god! It's a kid on a bike with no lights. Just a man in the middle of the road. They just throw it. There's just so much stuff bombarding you, and it's dark, and you're on the wrong side of the road.
Sai's a perpetual warrior. He's absolutely brilliant to travel with, but he is such a warrior.
Oh, where the fuck do I go here? What the fuck is going on here? Fucking hell! Every day just seems to be, you know, a whole new experience, and so many ups and downs, and just so many things. It's just so great to be experiencing all this. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, so this is the Medina. This is where everything's happening really. This is the main marketplace, and you can just see there's so much going on here. Just so much to take on board, sights, smells, sounds. It's really unbelievable. And there's still crazy traffic flying around as well.
Sai went and got some snakes put around his neck, and I just wanted to see how many snakes were going to end up around him, to be honest. I think he ended up with 3, and then I moved in a little bit closer to have a look, which turned out to be a bit of a mistake.
Okay, now I'm quite scared. This snake's massive.
It's a big one.
That's cormorant, that's cormorant. That's cormorant.
Come in there. Oh, I get the cobra. I get the cobra. It wasn't so much the cobra that I minded, even when it wrapped itself around my neck. It was more that he just kept trying to flick it in the face and trying to annoy it. No, don't hit it.
That's amazing that they put those snakes on you without really asking, and then they demanded money at the end. See, I'll probably have to pay this guy to have this hat. and have a little wander around some of these kind of marketplaces. I'm quite looking to try and get an Obi-Wan Kenobi style outfit. What's it called, Alexis?
Oh, a jalaba.
A jalaba. I'm going to try and look for a jalaba. It's quite cool, actually. Is that pretty Obi-Wan? Oh, I like the feel of this already. What do you reckon? These are not the droids you're looking for. That is brilliant. C'est combien pour... C'est combien?
500 dirhams.
15?
45.
20 euros?
28.
22 et c'est fini. OK? Merci, monsieur. C'est très bien. Merci. Merci, merci, monsieur.
grand plaisir.
Merci, merci. I sparked him down from 50 euros to 21. Skills. I'm learning. We've had to cut short our stay in Marrakesh because we want to do the Tizen Test Pass, which apparently is a breathtaking scenic route through the Atlas Mountains. I'm actually really enjoying the driving because we're just at such a slow pace. I mean, it's a bit frustrating because I can't really check out the views, but there's no barriers and it is a sheer drop for hundreds and hundreds of feet down. So it's quite hairy. I'm trying to not look down and just focus on the road.
We're getting higher and higher. I think we're at one of the highest points we're going to get to. We're about, was it 7,000 feet we just clocked, which is ridiculous. We actually got out of the car and feeling short of breath, and there's little patches of snow everywhere.
It's amazing how far you can see. It's totally panoramic. And it's amazing.
I think it's described as having the most spectacular and spectacularly scary roads to travel along in Morocco, and that is definitely true. Right, rematch.
Right, we should have a game. Les Anglais contre le Maroc. Where? We pulled in for some lunch, and where we stopped, there was a few kids milling around, so we got a football out, and we started having a bit of a kick around. It's got to be. Do it with the eyes. Oh, it's hit the post. Did it with the odd eyes trick, but hit the post. Gutted.
What a brilliant moment. That's just one of the moments that we came and did this for. Just kicking a football around with some little Moroccan boys and having a really, really good time.
Signez votre nom ici, mais... Ouais?
Anna. Herodes. Herodes.
Votre nom, ouais? Ah, un moment. Surnom? I don't know what they're writing, but if it was me and I was a cheeky little schoolboy, I'd probably be writing something quite naughty, so I'm not sure. Right, we're ready to crack on.
Bonne chance.
Bonne chance, au revoir.
We're only a third of the way through, and so far it kind of has felt like a holiday. You know, we've not exactly been living in abject poverty, but as towns get more and more remote, as we go down, we're getting out of that luxury now, and we're into the hardcore section of the trip.
Today I've got this slight sense of foreboding that this is where it's starting to get quite difficult. I think we're going to see a definite change in terrain, driving conditions, and just generally seeing a lot less civilization. Yeah, we've got a bit of a problem because we need to fill up, so we're really low on fuel. We've got like a 600k drive, and we're not guaranteed there's going to be petrol stations on the way, and we're running quite low now. The petrol stations don't seem to have any unleaded, which is what we need. So we're just really, fingers crossed, there's a petrol station with unleaded on the way out of town. Otherwise we might be in a bit of trouble.
Just discovered that there's no unleaded petrol for miles around. In fact, there is no unleaded petrol unless we go back to, the main part of Morocco or Senegal.
It's a real worry. I mean, I just didn't think that they would run out of unleaded. I thought we might run out of petrol stations eventually, but just assume they'd have unleaded. But I guess that was a stupid thing to do. So I really don't know how a car's going to react to having having a different type of petrol in. Au revoir.
Merci, au revoir.
I don't have any mechanical knowledge or any car knowledge at all, but what limited knowledge I do know, back home I'd never fill up my car with a different type of petrol because it's just not good for the engine. Seems to be running fine at the moment, but I don't know if it's going to have any ill effects. We'll have to see as we go, and I just pray we don't break down on a stretch of road in the middle of nowhere, because that won't be ideal. Anyway, we must crack on. Throughout Morocco, we've gone past police checkpoints, but they tend to just wave us through. But today we came to our first checkpoint where they actually stopped us. We've just been pulled over by the police at a halting place again, so I'm going to pop the camera away just so they don't get angry. Bonjour? No? Le papier. Le papier? Assurance?
Tu es une infraction.
Infraction.
Il y a la vitesse.
La vitesse?
La vitesse.
Oh, we're going too fast.
Non, so...
Jaune. 90. Il y a un panneau de 60.
Quelle est la limite? 60.
91.
91.
Je peux payer 400 dirhams.
400
Je
dirhams.
me donne le reçu.
400 dirhams.
Comme ça.
Acceptez l'euro?
Les euros.
Nous seulement l'euro.
Nous n'avons pas de dirham.
We kind of started clubbing what money we had together in dirham, and he spotted my little radio mic that was clipped to my t-shirt.
Quoi ça?
C'est une chemise. Ouais.
Comme ça. C'est un micro.
Ah, micro.
Direct
Ah ouais?
branché à petite cassette.
Ah oui, c'est pour la cassette. Pour le iPod?
There's a little tape player thing that's linked to our iPods that's gone into the radio, and Sai just immediately went, oui, c'est pour ça, and held up the iPod.
Have you got any money? Get some money out, because I really want to get away from here quite quick.
400.
I've got euros. Should I just give him 50 euros? That's way too much. Seriously, he just clocked my microphone, and it's. I'm really, really worried that if he sees the microphone and sees the camera, we could be in serious shit. Let's just give some money. Let's just give him some money and get gone. C'est seulement le dirham, mais aussi l'euro.
20 euros.
20 euros, c'est environ
Parce
200.
que c'est tout le dirham que nous avons.
C'est tout le dirham. Encore? C'est 35 euros et c'est seulement les dirhams nous avons,
Oui.
malheureusement.
Nous n'avons plus de.
Nous avons
dirham.
ouais, c'est bon? C'est bon? Merci.
There were no forms to fill in. There was nothing official, so we think it probably just went into his own pocket.
Année prochaine,
Ouais.
cadeau pour moi.
Ouais, merci monsieur, merci. Bonne chance et merci monsieur.
Ouais, merci.
Just get on the
Oh my
road.
god, that was the hairiest one yet, wasn't it?
Just so glad we managed to fob him off with